Welcome back. The English Premier League is back in action. Today marks the start of the new season and Chelsea are looking to defend their title, and they'll start by taking on Swansea City in just a couple of hours. Christina McFarlane joins us now from Stamford Bridge. And Christina, you're at the home of the defending champions Chelsea, who get their campaign underway very soon. How difficult will it be for them to defend their crown?
Well, Lynda, you're right. The defending champions, they led from start to finish last season and they won the championship with 3 games in hand. And this year, they're planning to become the first team since Manchester United back in 2009 to win back-to-back titles. The big brass band is playing behind me here outside Stamford Bridge, and the fans are in jubilant mood to get this underway. But it's certainly going to be more difficult for the champions this season, and that's because they face greater competition this season. In the press conference yesterday, Jose Mourinho said that the other teams were closing in, and what we saw last season was that there was no real competition. Manchester United were a team in transition under their new manager Louis van Gaal. Arsenal just failed to deliver, and Manchester City were just inconsistent. That has all changed this season with new signings. Chelsea are going to face a much greater challenge. And let's not forget, of course, that last season Chelsea signed a key player, Diego Costa, who scored an incredible 20 goals in his opening season. But injury has been dogging this player, which means that could cause problems here for Jose Mourinho. And the other teams in this league are going to be looking for a very fast start out of the blocks here, just like Chelsea had last season. They scored 19 points in their opening 7 games, and what they did is they surged ahead and then they stayed ahead. Well, that's going to be really difficult for Jose Mourinho to do this season because other teams are going to be looking to emulate the successful side. But one thing to mention, Lynda, is that last night, on the eve of this Premier League opening game, Jose Mourinho he signed a new 4-year contract with the club, which sees him through to 2019. So that's going to be a nice little psychological boost for the fans and players ahead of this opening day.
A big boost indeed. And just quickly, who are the other players we should watch this season?
Well, I think one of the key signings this season so far has been that of Petr Cech, the goalkeeper who was formerly of Chelsea here just a couple of weeks ago, who's now moved across the city to rivals Arsenal. Now, this has been a really crucial move for Arsenal because they've lacked the experience at the back that someone like Petr Cech has brought to this team. And what Chelsea have done is they've let a very talented player slip through their hands and now have potentially set up Arsenal to be title contenders this season. That's how crucial this player is. I think another really interesting player to watch this season is going to be Memphis Depay. Now, you won't have heard the name. He's an incredibly young talent, just 21 years old, and the highest goal scorer in the Dutch league this season has now signed for Manchester United. So he's going to be crucial to replacing Angel Di Maria. And just one last one, Lynda, Roberto Firmino for Liverpool, an incredible talent who's also come into the Premier League, showed his class and style at the Copa America this season. He's going to be really interesting to watch because he'll be providing the strong backup to Christian Benteke, another key signing in the Liverpool team. So plenty of excitement, plenty of players to be watching on this opening, exciting Premier League weekend.
Very exciting weekend, and it sounds like the festivities are in full swing. Christina McFarlane, thank you very much. And thanks to everyone for joining us here at CNN Newsroom. I'm Lynda Kinkade. African Voices is next, but first I'll be back with a quick look at your headlines.